LOKMAT from their LOKMAT TIME store has something special to show us today. Greetings and welcome to Smartwatch Ticks. We're a YouTube channel on the web at smartwatchticks.com. Inside here, I've got a camo outdoors rugged ocean smartwatch. What's the ocean? I'm glad you asked. I just happen to have information here for you. It's a smartwatch band for women or men, built-in fitness tracker, outdoor heart rate monitoring, all that good stuff, and very inexpensive. We're looking at about 20 bucks. Also comes in white and black. Spec-wise, the features to highlight is the darn thing is waterproof, IP68, and they say even 5 ATM, which means, yeah, you can swim with it, do all kinds of stuff. Multiple sport activities, walking, running, and so forth. We'll take a look at that. And phone call reminder and message reminder when you're tethered to your phone. Now, you won't be able to answer and make calls and do all that stuff, but you get reminders about them, which is really, really good. 180 milliamp hour rechargeable battery, single touch on this. That means not multi-touch and all kinds of things, but just a simple single touch screen on it. App time class reminder, silent alarm clock, sedentary reminders, meeting reminders, power saving mode. You got to lift your wrist to see the time, of course. Here you go. Standby duration is about a week and 2 to 3 days of normal use. Heart rate detection, exercise time, heart rate, and continuous heart rate monitoring. It's got a stopwatch, find phone, dial switching, all that good stuff. And here's a bunch of different languages that are supported on the watch as well. That is the new LOKMAT TIME Sport Watch, which they're calling the Ocean. So let's dive in, take a look at it. In the typical really fancy red box packaging that LOKMAT has been notorious for their Android smartwatches, we pop in here and see we have a support thing. Then you got to take the band off. Otherwise, you just rip through this. So it's a good way to test the patience of people, see if they can take it off without tearing it. And you get to the watch. It's got obviously a little cover. Oh, what does it say? It's giving us directions on here. I don't know if you can read the fine print or not, but there's 4 buttons on it, and it looks like you can swipe the screen. So we'll take that off here. Oh, wow, there's even writing on the screen itself. Huh, all right, I haven't seen that much before. Ocean, like I said, 2 buttons, 2 buttons. You've got the, oh yeah, look at this. You've seen my little 1-minute tips and tricks videos, I hope. I got a whole playlist up there for you. And one of the tips and tricks is to make sure you take off all the plastic covers on all of the places that have them, including the heart rate diode. This looks like it's got 2 metal plates, which is usually what you find for ECG, although I didn't see that called out on this watch. Screws everywhere on it. Really rugged band. Again, in camo, but you can get it in black or white. Inside the box itself now, wow, it's all sealed up, a box within a box. This is fun for a gift. Look at that. There's a charger wire, and this looks like it's the standard 2-pin magnetic coupled USB on one end, charger on the other, that connects in. I'm getting better. I usually get it backwards. And it's strong enough to hold it, but not really in place. So yeah, make sure you've got it secure when you hook it in to charge it, which we're going to do in a minute before we turn it on. And then the beautiful, colorful manual. Wow. All right. It talks immediately about an app download, and it's giving you a QR code that you can scan to download Dayband on the Google Play Store or iOS. And that's what you're going to want to install on your phone, and that's how you're going to tether the watch to your phone. All right, let's give you a look on the screen. Freeze frame it if you want to go into detail of what we're talking about. Here's the on-off and reset functions. Then the Bluetooth action to get you Bluetooth over to your phone. And a find device. The notices. This looks like it's covering a lot of stuff that's in the app itself. Heart rate monitoring, motion monitoring. There's the twist your wrist to see the time. Most of this is common basic stuff, but I know a lot of you guys are brand new to smartwatches. And so we try to, cover everything at all different levels. And it's a little bit hard, but it makes the reviews a little bit longer. You've got drinking water, sedentary reminders, do not disturb mode so it won't wake you up in the middle of the night to exercise, precautions, and then we're into another language altogether. And on the back is a warranty card and some more QR codes that you can scan related to that. So, well, we need to charge it up, I guess, and then we'll check it out for you. Well, here it is on. Definitely a larger watch, of course, because it's all ruggedized. You saw on the little sticker on here that we press and hold the top button for a few seconds, and then it should pop onto the screen, vibrates, and there you go with one of the first watch faces. Nice and bright white against black, should be easy to see outdoors. It's got the twist your wrist to see the time activated. To change the displays, you simply tap here. Here's another one with a lot more detail. The time is small down here, but it should show heart rate, step count, and I'm not sure that red bar is active or not. Battery, whether you tethered to Bluetooth, it's all here. Press again, we get a different one with some circles and small time on the watch, but nonetheless, it's readable. Here's the one with a large vertical time, and again, all of your other data is scattered around, and now I'm back to the one we started with. So the layout of this particular device, you have a back and a forward or up and down button. You have the power on, and this is kind of the return home thing. So I'm going to tap this one. I'm going to tap it again. Oh no, this one cycles through the watch faces that we saw. If I tap the bottom one, it turns it off and it turns it on. Now once it's on, I tap on the side and it takes me to training, messages, find your phone, heart rate, blood pressure, a function area, and back to time. And of course, the other button would take you back the other way. Oh, take that back. It's taking us to something else here. It looks like, actually, it looks like it jumped into the blood pressure mode. Okay, yeah, it's in a, I believe, continuous blood pressure when we put it on that one, because you see the display is moving. We'll show more of that when we get to the app, which is why I kind of recognize that icon. Let's walk through the different things then. When I get here, I get to training. I tap here to go into them. I can change from running to cycling to badminton, table tennis, regular tennis, and back to training. We're back out to that upper level now. So again, going in here, if I activate one of these, like cycling, you're going to get this display with that very tiny green writing data on here, and it's just going to keep running until you press the bottom button. Everything else is locked out. I can't press any buttons. I can't swipe up or down. By the way, the up-down swipe emulates the same thing as the buttons. I've just been pushing the buttons for you to see. The only way out of it is to press this button here, and theoretically now it just saved that whole routine. Took a long time to figure that out, guys. And how do I get out of it? I don't know how. You can't really pause it, but you can end it, and you do it that way. So that's all of the different training things that are available, and we went into it here. Running, cycling, you saw. These other things like badminton or table tennis, I go into that, and you get pretty much time, heart rate, and calories burned, and that's about it. And then exit out of there. Okay, messages are messages pushed from your phone if you're tethered, and there's a representation of the font size. Back out of here, down to find your phone. Will just trigger a sound if you're tethered to your app. Heart rate, come in here, and there you go. We got that tiny little display happening, and it's going to give you a heart rate. This, I think, is something they could definitely improve on. I mean, one of the things you probably would like to do is be able to just have this in this mode and see your heart rate. But the fact that it's so small is a drawback for me. I mean, can you see it down there? Well, sure, if you're on your 57-inch TV, 4K. But no, the rest of us are having a little challenging time compared to seeing the time display. I mean, that font is no bigger than these little ones down here. And for a major function like that, well, to me, that's just not right. That's heart rate. Then there's blood pressure. And again, we're going to get tiny little digits here and here. It takes a while to do, so I'm not going to waste your time, but just imagine that you'd see numbers there that may or may not be accurate because that hasn't been tested, but it's representation of your blood pressure. And what else? The function area. Get into functions and, just showing you your version and address information. Whoops. Back into that. I think that was it, right? Come in here. Let's see if we got... Oh, no. We got the brightness where we can set the brightness. Now, this is weird, guys. There's no... Oh, yeah, now it's working. Okay. You just use the up and down arrows to do it. Before, I had to double press these to get the thing to do it. There's the lowest one, and there's the highest one. And it's pretty decent. On high, you can see it outside, especially the white time against the black background. I'm running it, I believe, on 3 for the video to get the best color contrast. Tap again. That gets in and out of it. And here we go. We can turn the band off, or you long press on the button. We can reset all the data. There's the dayband QR code you can scan. But again, I got the link to the Android version of it in the show notes that you can click and go directly over there to download it. We'll be looking at that in a minute. And then we're back here again. So it just loops through all of those things in function, and we're back to time, and we've showed you all the different watch faces. So now you've seen all the different features of the watch, so let's cover the app. You're looking for dayband. This is from the Google Play Store. Latest update was June 12th, so they're keeping on top of it pretty good. Here's the display of the information. Let's get our brightness set. And this is, I've had it on for about a day or so. So here's the last night's, well, let's start up here. Here's our step count information in a bar chart broken down by each hour roughly, or the segment of time that you walk these different steps and how many calories were burned. There I did 743 steps between 10:02 and 10:38 a.m. So I guess as long as you're moving, it's going to record steps and tell you the time frame. It's going to give you your overall consumption, calories burned, predicted, and then when that happened. No big deal here, no big exercising happening, so I don't have a whole lot to show you. You have weekly totals, you have monthly totals, all of that's available. You can go to a particular date on the calendar that you want to, or back to today. All that's in here. Send it out to various sources just simply by touching on the master wheel up here. Here's our step count again. Looks like the same exact thing. It takes us to on that screen, but you've got a little bit of a chart here showing you some information. Here's last night's sleep time. That's just kind of a weird graph. You got the whole graph, and it's only showing some color sections here without a key to what those colors are. Not quite sure I understand this one. And it also didn't seem to work well. I know I slept more than 3 hours and 15 minutes. It's not showing me the time supposedly. Oh, I guess it is. When I went to sleep at 2 a.m. and I woke up at 5:15. I went to bed about 8:30 last night. And I got up maybe about 10 for an hour and then went back to bed again. So something's missing here. I only have this one data point. I'm not sure. We'd have to test it out. But just to show you the layout of the app, this is what you get. You're not getting REM sleep with this one, and you're not getting much of a graph. But it does tell you people who slept more than just 2.4%. Yeah, I was way down on the insomniac level on this one. All these things are the same to go to different days, send it out. And that's sleep. Then you got your heart rate report, and when it's low like this, they call it a tranquilization state. I like that. Got a few beers, I know exactly what they're talking about. And then I have some of these that are range. Look at that. At 941, I have a maximum and a minimum, and I'm going to show you in the continuous test how we calculate that. So a single test is like what you see in these points here. And it's a one-time test that you can actually activate from the app and it'll trigger the band to do it as long as you're tethered. But this continuous test is cool. Never seen this before. Check this out. This might be reason enough to buy this thing besides the cool camo look and all those amazing faces, right? I'm going to hit continuous test. Now, the first thing we got to do once we're in here is hit start down at the bottom. Get that started. The band should be automatically starting up the diodes and collecting the information. And what you're going to get is the current heart rate here, and then a step tier here that shows you your minimum, average, and maximum. You get the elapsed time for your continuous test, and here we go. We get it plotted on a graph. So I'm, of course, relaxed right now, so you can see I'm in the 85, 87 range. If I were exercising, if I'm on a treadmill or something where I can monitor this thing, I can have this set up and I can look at it, I'll be able to see this chart going up and coming down as it goes through collecting the data for the real-time test. And it's running for however long you let it go, and then it's giving you this data, okay? So when you're finished, we'll just run a minute test on it. We can stop it, and it doesn't have to be exact a minute. It could be whatever time you want for your session, but it's going to give you these three numbers for that whole thing. Okay, I'm going to let it go a minute and a couple of seconds and hit stop, and that's done. I come back here. There I have it. There's the range. Here's the chart, and you could go to any particular elapsed time, second by second, in your hour-long workout, follow me, and see if when you get into those, what do they call it, interval training, like if you do that, you could see in your interval training, your lead and lag and recovery time, all kinds of stuff can be derived from this real-time continuous testing. So I would say this band by itself for its price is worth getting just if this is the only thing you basically use on it. It's ruggedized, you could swim with it, you can do all that. In order to do this continuous time thing, though, you do need to be tethered. So wherever you're doing it, make sure you have your phone with you while you're doing that workout. And that's in the heart rate. Then you've got a blood pressure section where it's a static one-time measurement. It shows you the data, but you can't get past the 2 systolic, diastolic, which is really all you need. You hit the start button here. It'll do the blood pressure testing for you. It actually switches to that screen right now. And when it gives you the blood pressure number, it's going to show up as another entry here. Now, there's no way I saw to adjust your baseline, and mine came in two times at 120/78. I don't have any feeling for whether this is accurate or not, and I haven't tested it very much beyond this. I really try to stay away from all of that. There you go, 123/74. It's really an individual thing. Each of us on our own need to test these things out against our own cuffs and see if it looks like it's working or not. We're working with medical stuff that's very important for you to do it on your own. So that's all I'll say. It does heart rate, it does blood pressure. You check out the values. Final thing is a training schedule. Yay, I'm on my day off. Whee! I decided to set Monday, Wednesday, Friday as my training days, and it gives me information on total number of steps this week, cumulative for one day. I'm supposed to be resting today, and so forth. I can go into settings and make some adjustments, have training reminders at 8:30 that I need to train starting at 9. All that's adjustable, and you can change more of these parameters in the next screen I'm going to show you. So this is your personal training area. Yeah, it's simple, but it's pretty darn good. Here's the temperature in your particular area where the phone is located. In sports, you can go into all of these different things and start a run or start a walk or cycling or whatever. Here's an example of one that's here, but I can't go any further since it's not going anymore. All you're basically getting is the computed calories burned for the time duration and the time that you started it. I don't have anything for these other entries right now. But that's can be done right in the watch itself. Then the device, here's your basic tethering stuff. You can set up call reminders, SMS reminders, all that just simply by touching it. You can set up smart alarms for it, activate those, sedentary reminders, the duration, the period, how much time in between, app reminders for all of these different apps. And you can select more from what's in your phone to push to the band to let you know that you got a reminder for any of those things. Find your bracelet, shake to take a picture, all of that. Twist your wrist, your on-screen time, how long it will be lit up. If you activate the screen before it goes off, that's changeable. Your universal settings for heart rate monitoring, which is real-time heart rate or static, and every 2 hours automatically tests the heart rate and save. All kinds of different parameters to go through. Do not disturb your units, time system. That's why we're getting it we're getting it in AM, PM, and not just 24 hours, which is nice. This one supports it. So general stuff, and then there's about you, your name, your sporting goals, your overall training plan. Here's where I could make Tuesday, edit it, I guess. Make Tuesday a day, well, whatever. We're back kind of to the same thing. You can change stuff around, and again, there's your totals for it. I'm not sure why I'm not able to edit it off the fly, but I set it up so it should be editable. Background activity permissions. This tells you how you set it up for running in the background for your particular phone. Help and about. And that's the app, and that's the band. It's called the Ocean, and it's from Lokmat, and LOKMAT TIME is the official AliExpress store that's offering this to us today. Camo, it looks like rainbow, white. You can choose what you want. The band does not seem to be removable or interchangeable, and it's color coordinated with the body of the watch itself. So pick your color, and that's what you're going to get. All in all, I like it. It's a fun, simple, does what it does. I really like the continuous heart rate capability and the way you can go back and analyze your heartbeat minute by or second by second over a timed duration. That's a good feature of this one. Nice bright screen, ruggedized, and yeah, manly looking. Definitely wear that with my hunting outfit, yeah? AliExpress LOKMAT TIME. Check the show notes. We'll see if we got a discount for you, and we appreciate it if you use our link in the show notes if you're interested in buying this one. Alrighty, gang. We'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.